Alright, welcome to another episode of Levi in the Closet. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Before I get into it, I'm just going to plug myself a little bit here. Follow Levi Acid on Instagram. Also, like my video, comment below what you think, and also just comment if you have any questions or topics that you want to see in my future videos. And also subscribe to my channel. So, without further ado, getting into it, this isn't an item out of my closet, but this is another check out my package video. So I've gotten some good responses with these check out my packages. You know, I'd really like it if somebody would send me something. So if you want to send me something, message me on Instagram at Levi Acid, and I'll send you my PO box, and then you can send me a package to do on a video here. But without further ado, my items, my packages. Super excited here. A little bit before I get into actually opening these, I talked a little bit. Actually, here, let's just open it. The first one, all right, the smallest one here. Let's just open it. Why not? You gotta be careful. Get out the old stabby here. Oh, what is it? What is it? Oh, I'm sure you guessed by the shape. It's a book. All right, so this first one right here, The Alien Shore by C.S. Friedman. This is in the paperback. I wanted it to go along with my other books. I talked about this in my Levi Out the Closet video, but C.S. Friedman is one of my favorite authors. I found her Cold Fire trilogy. I recommend that. I highly recommend that as far as like a sci-fi, you know, kind of or I want to say that's fiction. Fiction? Yeah, that sounds right. Like fiction kind of genre. But anyway, I really liked it, and just by surprise I found, you know, that series at a Savers, and I talked about this in the previous video, but I ended up really being surprised. I was really intrigued by the artwork, and again, another really dope artwork here. So much detail, and it really just intrigues you, like, man, I really want to know what this book is about, you know? And this is a highly rated book from C.S. Friedman. So of course I had to check it out. I found this on, I believe it was eBay. And eBay books are actually pretty cheap. You can get them for a couple bucks and then like maybe $3-4 for shipping. So you're really only paying like $5 for books, which I recommend reading. You know, just it increases your vocabulary, and you're able to read out loud a little bit better. Like after you're able to read in your head, you're able to read out loud. So then you're able to, what is that, transcribe? I'm not exactly sure the word for it, but you know what I mean? It's just good to exercise your brain muscles a little bit and give them something to do. And this is better than scrolling on your phone. So I recommend reading. And somewhere to start, you know, this is just randomly an author I found, like I said. And, you know, sometimes that happens. Like, if you go to the thrift like me, I love going to the thrift and I'll go check out the book section. I'll be like, okay, did any of these really stand out to me? If I saw this sitting on the shelf, I would know. Look at that binding there. See that? How worn it is? You go find another book there, look at all the books they have. A lot of them are new. The spine is never broken. That means probably not a lot of people even read it. But you see a book like this, and see how much that's been opened many times, multiple times. Somebody has read through this a lot. Multiple people have read this book, you know. This has been read. So I know already this is a good book just because of that. Without my opinion, you know it's a good book if it's got a spine like this. And that's some facts. So when you're out in the thrift, just check it out. If something happens to catch your eye, and you know, this certainly would. It's got a little small version of what the image is on the front. And you could see that, you know, on a shelf. Like if I was at Savers, I'd see it. I'd be like, oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Check it out, you know. I'm really excited. I ordered this package. All these packages, actually, here's a joke. Levi in the Closet joke. What do me and these packages have in common? We came early. Ba-dum-bump. Alright, so, yeah, I was expecting to get these tomorrow, or maybe even Thursday, but I got them early today. I didn't even realize it. I didn't check the tracking. I just knew that they'd be coming, and I decided to check my mail today, and I was surprised. All three of them were in the same box. I have a post office box, and all three of them were in there together, and I was like, yes! That means I don't have to wait. I can start reading this tonight even. So, yeah, some new reading material. I'm super excited. All right, on to the next one. I'm curious. I'm not looking at who they're from because I remember the names of the sellers. These are all off eBay. And they all arrived at the same time, which is surprising. I'm pleasantly surprised. And one seller, I was kind of concerned that I wasn't going to get the package because it said the shipping tracking number was, or no, the shipping label was created. Or they were given the number for the shipping label, but it was never sent out. And so the days go by, and then I looked at some of the reviews and it was saying, well, I never got my book. And, you know, look at some of the reviews. They have negative reviews, like the book was never sent. And I believe that was the paperback one I just showed you. That was the seller that I got it from. And, you know, it just took a couple days. I was like, you know what, just hold off. People were saying, oh, I had to dispute it with eBay, and they never replied, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, all right, I'm just going to take a chance. And guess what? Here it is. I'm super excited. All right. So I got that one open. This is nice. It says thank you. And it's, you know, in, what is this, tissue paper? Stickers on it protecting the book. Very well packaged. This is, you know, like the other one is in a blister pack as well. But this is actually nice. I feel bad actually tearing this up. I feel like I got to be more Japanese about it, you know, save the paper. But anyway, whoo, a lot of talking. I'm getting exhausted here. Wow. All right, so I showed in my previous video, I don't know if it was the last video I uploaded, but in my Levi Out the Closet video, I found the third book in this series, another one by C.S. Friedman, because, you know, I'm just on this kick. Like, I just want to read a lot of her books. Similar to Stephen King, he's another one of my favorite authors. I've read a lot of his books. And this is coming up there, like C.S. Friedman and Stephen King. And, what's his name? He wrote The Firm. I can't remember his name. It might be John Grisham. No, that doesn't sound right. Another author. Now I can't remember. It might be John Grisham. If he wrote The Firm and The Client and a couple other ones. A couple other good books by John Grisham. If that's his name, I believe so, if I'm recalling correctly. But I digress. This is the first book of the series that I got the third one. So all I'm missing is the second one, and that was the lowest rated out of all of them. The first one was rated pretty highly. I think it had like 4.5, maybe 5 stars for Dream Walker. And I won the bid on this. It was 99 cents. Nobody had bid on it. And I was just like, you know what, why not? I don't know if C.S. Friedman is really a popular author or not. I'm not, you know, like I said, I just found her at the thrift, so I was thinking, oh man, you can see this is actually nice. I don't think the book that I got from Sabers is really this nice. Like, I don't think it has this dust cover. It seems, it's kind of like a frosted material. But anyway, I really wanted to read the first one to at least have something to start. And I tried just beginning the third one, and I couldn't get into it. So I decided, why not? 99 cents? Why the heck not? I can find that just walking around a parking lot at like Walmart. So, you know, why the heck not? Another book. And of course, you know, I'm not going to keep it to a surprise. This is another book as well. I know what this is. I'm super excited for this. I've been excited for all of these books because I really actually do like to read. And I think that should be something that anyone could enjoy just to, if you're trying to better yourself. So, you know what I mean? Pick up a book. People say that all the time. Pick up a book. We got a lot of stupid people living on this planet. Why not? Pick up a book. It doesn't have to be something boring. It can be something exciting. And like, it's just like watching a movie, but in your head. I've heard that said multiple times. And your imagination creates it, right? This is the hardcover because I wasn't sure if the softcover version was actually going to come because of those reviews. But you know what? Had a little faith. Now I got the softcover, and that'll look nice next to my the Coldfire trilogy. They're all about that size. They all have the little image on the binding. So this one is a little bit cleaner. Yeah, I can tell it's got like, I'm gonna pull it all the way off, but on the spine here, it's actually pretty nice. In hardcover, I wanted to have a couple more hardcover books. I've got a hardcover version of It, Stephen King. I found that, I think, at a Goodwill. I've got a lot of softcover books, and so I just wanted to have ones like books I actually care about or authors that I really enjoy. I want to just have those just to kind of preserve them a little bit better. I have a couple Stephen King books falling apart. Like, after I've started reading them, the cover's starting to kind of fall apart and crumble, and the spine is starting to crumble, and it's really made me sad. So, you know, I'll still be able to read them and enjoy them from time to time, but not as often as I'd like. And so if I have this in a hardcover, I'll probably read this more than I'll read the softcover version. But that'll be just, you know, to look good with my collection. But this will hold up. It's thrift books. How about that? Yeah, I love the thrift. What can I say? Let's see. A little sneak peek in here. Here, I'll read the inside, like the little rundown of this book, just to kind of pique your interest possibly. With her highly acclaimed Coldfire trilogy, see, I've mentioned before, C.S. Friedman proved herself a storyteller of amazing power and infinite subtlety, blending elements of fantasy, science fiction, and horror to examine the nature of human desire for knowledge and the dangerous covenants necessary to attain it. Now, in this alien shore, name of this book, she turns her talents once again to science fiction in an epic story which examines and explores what it means to be human. It is the second age of space colonization. The first age, humanity's initial attempt to people the stars, ended in disaster when it was discovered that Earth's original superluminal drive did lasting genetic damage to all who used it. Okay, so find out a little bit about that in the book. Superluminal drive did lasting genetic damage to all who used it, permanently mutating Earth's far-flung colonists in mind and body. Abandoned by their home planet, exiles in alien star systems, these variant humans had no choice but to survive any way they could. Now, one of Earth's first colonies, and a world called Guerra, has given humanity back the stars, but the new outships can only be piloted by members of Guerra's Outspace Guild, whose mysterious abilities allow them to monopolize galactic transportation, giving them control over all human commerce. Powerful companies from dozens of planets have tried to learn the secrets of the guild, hoping to break the monopoly and topple. Continued. It's a little bit long here. To topple Guerra's stronghold on the stars. One of Guerra's opponents has even launched a potentially deadly computer virus which could threaten the stability of humanity's interplanetary computer-linked civilization. Okay. For to unseat the guild could open the way in incalculable riches and would be worth any risk. Jamisia, I'm not sure, Jamisia, Jamisia, has always lived in Shido habitat, a corporate satellite in Earth's outer orbit. She has no memories of her parents, but has been nurtured by the fatherly care of her tutor, protected by her biological brainware systems, and accompanied by the many voices in her head. So these are like computer-human hybrid people, okay? She has grown into a resourceful, if unusual, young woman. When Shido is viciously attacked by corporate raiders, see, that's where it gets interesting, and it'll probably happen very quickly if I know C.S. Friedman, to smuggle her onto a ship bound for the nearest Anik, the Guerin jump station, to the up and out. But before he dies, where am I? Jamesia's tutor risks his life to smuggle her onto a ship bound for the nearest Anik, the Guerin jump station, to the up and out. But before he dies, he tells her something which rocks the foundation of her world. The raiders were searching for her. Okay, that was a lot to take in right there. And this was kind of this, like, how I feel right now, and how many of you probably feel after hearing that, if you haven't... Actually, okay, taking a quick pause here. Thank you guys for checking out the video already. If you stick it out to the end of my videos and you watch my videos completely, I appreciate that. And so if you do that, leave a comment below and leave me a little rock star emoji below. Leave me one of them if you made it to this point in the video. All right, so back to what I was saying about the book. it seems like not too interesting. But then I kind of had that initial, after reading the, I don't know what you would call that, the summary of the book. Like with the Coldfire trilogy, I read the summary and I was like, oh, this kind of sounds weird, but I'm going to give it a chance, you know, just read the first couple pages and see. And like I read just the first page and I was hooked. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm going to like this. Like the description of it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't give you enough to know if you're going to like it or not. And that's just to kind of summarize the book. And so I'm excited to check out both of these. So really just to wrap it up here, thank you guys for checking out the video. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Read, educate yourself, and as always, love yourself before anyone else. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.